kind of irritating. So the first thing this video is going to say is kind of irritating.
It's a good introduction to
Sorry,
that.
I'm just not
A real good introduction.
not very good about performance art. This class is kind of casual. Everything about me is casual. However, I imagine we'll have some others joining
Trickling
us
here and
this
there.
evening. Plus, there's the folks that are joining us virtually, as usual. I think that works. I know that nobody's actually dropped the course, as far as I know, so that's kind of cool. So tonight we're going to finish up Aristotle. We've actually already finished up Aristotle. So we're looking at the post-Aristotelians, post-Aristotle, post-Aristotelians. Although, if we look at, as we'll pull this up, make sure I have this here. We're into March 2nd. See also that the first exam is due by midnight, but I think everyone's turned them in already or not.
I haven't.
You haven't,
I haven't.
but you've got time. It doesn't have to be actually tonight. We're all right. However, keep that in
I
mind.
figure over spring break, I'm gonna get caught up with a whole bunch of stuff and get ahead on some others.
That's a good plan.
'Cause my wife and daughter are going on vacation to the Philippines for a month, starting on the 10th, and I have to stay home.
You have to give me the address of that village so I could go look at it with my Oculus Rift.
I doubt you'll find anything. Now, you can go down to a couple of the streets, on Google Earth.
Right.
However,
That's what I would go do.
yeah, but there's not much to it.
I was in Sri Lanka the other night, looking around, and then I went over into India and visited, not Calcutta, Mumbai.
Yeah. Or you could go like down
Or
the
Mumbai.
main highways here.
Mm-hmm.
There's one little road that goes toward the beach and it stops, and you can just see through the trees where the beach is. And then there's like a square. You can go around that,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can go down the main way, this way a little ways until the road turns to dirt, and it stops. And you can pan right, and you can see the big house with the giant red roof. That's my family's house. It's the biggest thing in
The town. Well, so Aristotle, just to double check here, notice his dates, 384 to 322. And, I know that's odd, but remember we're counting backwards in BC. So we're looking at, 68 years? Because it's backwards? Is that right? No.
Maybe 62 years. That's what it says
62.
right there.
Oh.
Age 62.
Yeah, reading is a good skill, isn't it? Thanks for that. Age 62. Yeah, because
Oh, I didn't even read it. Oh, they're doing the math.
yeah, 60. That's what she
Okay.
pointed.
I'm like, well, it says.
62. I'm sitting there 384, 320.
I'm like going, okay, 84 minus
62.
33.
Yeah, because he's the youngest of Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. Aristotle 62, Plato 80 something, 82 I think, and Socrates 79. So that's just cool to know. But so 322 BC. So let's look at one of his contemporaries. Would help to spell it correctly. And sometimes Google figures out what I'm looking for, even though I spell it totally wrong. But, so Epicurus, so 341 to 270. Right, so they overlap. They overlap. He lives much longer. Hey, they didn't figure out how old he must have been for us. Isn't that nasty?
71,
Well, 70.
depending on when he was born.
So, because you're going,
Because if you add 30 years to 270, it'd be 300, and then you add 41, so it'd be 71.
71. Pretty cool. I think he died of, something wrong with his stomach. I can't remember what. That probably says in here. I used to know all this. I used to know a heck of a lot more than I know now. That's, it's pretty interesting how that happens. But so there's an overlap between them. And I think you could easily try to figure out who's influenced who. More certainly, Epicurus has been influenced by Aristotle. We figure also, before Aristotle passes away, his young tutee, Alexander, who's gone off and conquered the known world, has also died at a very young age, 33. And once that happens, Greece, who now has the empire, I know it's Macedonia, actually. And that's a can of worms, because even just, I think last week, I remember there was a big argument over Macedonia calling itself Greek or something, and people rioting in the streets in Greece because they're mad at them for, making that connection or something. This is a big, I think Palestinians, Israelis are bad, but it's amazing how a lot of people in a lot of different places are mad at their neighbors, mad enough that think of the Irish. In any case,